while, especially if the Twins can beat the Indians. They've done it 7 times in 13 games, and Paul Molitor has a winning record against Terry Francona since becoming manager 3.5 years ago. The Menards batting order for the Twins: Joe Mauer, the designated hitter, then Eddie Rosario, Jorge Polanco, Logan Morrison, and then Miguel Sano, Max Kepler, Logan Forsythe, Jake Cave, and Mitch Garver. And Morrison is the first baseman, and Mauer is the designated hitter, and he is in the box. And we're ready to go. First pitch lifted to left. Heading back to the wall is Brantley, and makes the catch right at the wall.
How many times do you see Joe Mauer jump on that first pitch? And he took it to that deep part of left field. Joe still at second base. Okay. Brantley jumped at the last second. Don't know. Let's watch this right here. Knows where he is. He leaps.
Yeah.
Made the catch.
Yeah. So 1 down on 1 pitch. And that'll bring up Rosario. Yeah, I don't know that you could have that. Any team has 2 hitters in the first 2 spots of the batting order who have a different approach, more different than Mauer leading off and this guy hitting second. And Rosario takes a ball.
Tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture, and that's Carlos Carrasco making his 21st start of the year, his 22nd game, 5th start against the Twins this year.
And a base hit that beats the shift. Just a ground ball to the left of second base, and Rosario's aboard with a 1-out single.
Carrasco's had some good outings against the Twins this year. He's had a couple bad outings, so don't know what you're going to get. Joe Mauer knocked him on the disabled list earlier this year.
Indians defense, we've already seen Brantley in left. Davis retrieved the single off the bat of Rosario. Brandon Guyer in right. Ramirez, Lindor, Kipnis, Alonso, the infielders. Yan Gomes back behind the plate for the first time since Friday night's game here against the Angels. A bit of a hamstring issue. So 3 pitches in, 2 at bats have been completed, and now Polanco takes strike 1.
Well, you want to get to Carrasco early. 13 of the 53 runs he's given up have been in the first inning, and opponents are hitting .305 off of him. So a quarter of the runs he's given up are off in the first. See if the Twins can add a couple here early.
Down and away, and it's 1-1. You referenced Carrasco getting drilled in the pitching elbow area by Mauer. That was back in June. He missed 3 weeks because of that. The Indians felt they had some very good fortune that the elbow wasn't shattered by the line drive. Polanco checks, and it's 2-1. So he took 3 weeks off, and since then he is 5-0 with a 1.32 ERA. So when it happened, it looked like the Indians may have lost him for the rest of the season, and instead he's come back and pitched in Cy Young fashion.
Well, no, he won 18 ball games last year, and in September he was 5-0 at the end of the season. So he's definitely, this is the time of the year that Carrasco's really taken off. 18-6 last year in 32 starts, and he's 13-5 coming into this ball game. 12 of his 20 starts have been quality starts, and most importantly, the Indians are 14-7 when he starts a ball game.
And a strike on the outside corner fills the count. See if Rosario, the runner at first, takes off.
I think it takes off right here. There have been 11 stolen bases off of Carrasco on the mound in 13 attempts. So clubs have run against him. Rosario has 7 stolen bases in 9 attempts.
There he goes. The pitch chopped over the reach of Alonso, and Rosario to third base. So the Twins had a near home run off the bat of Mauer on the game's very first pitch. Now a pair of singles, and they're in business with Morrison coming to the plate.
That ball hit right on the turf and then bounced over the head of Alonso, who was coming off the bag. So ball hit sharply, and too high for Alonso, and Rosario scoots over to third.
And a chance for Morrison, who is the designated hitter. In the first lineup that was issued, he was playing first base, but now he is the designated hitter. Doesn't matter when he's in the batter's box. Chance to drive in a run or two or three here. Get the Twins the first lead last night. Indians got a couple of first inning runs, and it kind of set the tone for the whole game. Missing inside, ball one.
Carrasco is a strikeout pitcher. 138 strikeouts in 123 innings pitched. That's what he's trying to do right here. Or maybe get a double play ball. He's had 10 double plays turned behind him. Morrison would like to get one airborne somewhere.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Carrasco has 4 pitches. Fastball, mid-90s, good slider, curveball, changeup, very good changeup, matter of fact.
One and one. And an off-speed pitch gets a swing and a miss.
And again, that's that changeup right there. Carrasco, 31 years old, out of Venezuela. In his 9th season with Cleveland, came over in a Cliff Lee trade from the Philadelphia Phillies back in 2009.
One and two. And a big strikeout for out number 2.
Went back to the changeup, so strikeout pitcher able to get the strikeout when needed.
And that'll bring up Sano with runners on the corner.
We're averaging over a strikeout an inning, and this staff for the Cleveland Indians, they are a strikeout staff. Starting staff, especially.
Big at bat for a big man. Sano hitting 5th in today's lineup. Over the inside corner, strike one.
A breaking ball right there. Sano, 7 hits and 23 at bats against Carrasco.
Yeah, the Twins have some hitters. Bauer hitting 400 against Carrasco. Sano over 300. See what happens here in this first inning at bat.
The Twins have had some success against him. I mentioned 2 of the 4 starts he's had. The Twins kind of hit him around, even though that one start that knocked him out in the 2nd inning. Twins had scored 4 runs against him.
Right. Gomes slides to his right, makes the scoop. 1-1.
Carrasco making his 19th career start against the Twins. He's won 6, he's lost 8, an ERA just under 4 in his career against the Twins.
Fouled back, cutting at a fastball.
Good swing right there, just got underneath it.
But that's what we've seen from Sano with those mid-90s fastballs, and when he gets into a groove, those will head out quickly in the other direction. Just a little off with the swing on the fastball.
Yeah, he's been swinging a good bat since his return from the minor leagues.
1-2, Carrasco to Sano. Checked his swing. Whoa.
Good take.
How do you take that with 2 strikes?
And that's one thing we have seen Sano since he's come back. There have been a lot of pitches that have just maybe been a little low that he's taken.
2-2. bounces to Gomes, 3-2. Runner at first, Polanco will leave early. You notice that Carrasco, like many pitchers now, pitches the entire time from basically the stretch position, and he has to declare whether he's pitching from the stretch or the windup when there is a runner at third base.
Yeah, but in this case right here with a runner at first, it's in the stretch.
Right. Yeah.
Didn't somebody get called a balk on that earlier?
Toronto reliever, then Toronto reliever Keona Keller. Yeah. Inside, ball 4. Sano takes a walk, and that'll bring Kepler to the plate.
Oh, and that's one thing Carrasco's done a good job of this year, not walking a lot of batters. Only 27 walks now and 124. It's in the box, but it's called high by home plate umpire Trip Gibson.
So now in this situation with the bases loaded, Carrasco, I think, went back behind the mound, told second base umpire Adrian Johnson what his intention is, whether it's going to be from the windup or the stretch.
The difference is he's got to come to a set.
Right.
If he says he's in the stretch.
Popped up, backing out of play.
Of course, with a runner at third and say nobody else on base, you know, you could go and just continue your delivery, but if you say you're going to be in the stretch position,
then you have to stop. Kyle Gibson of the Twins was talking with me about that a couple weeks ago, and he's another pitcher who kind of does the same thing. Chance for the Twins here in the first. Kepler with 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Cut through the fastball. And it is 0-2.
Well, fastball at 93, 94 in that range. Now does he stay with a fastball, or does he throw that good changeup he has?
Bounce to the right side. Easy play for Kipnis. The Twins fill him up and leave him full. We head to the bottom of the first. The Indians into the playoffs again. Good home record for the Indians, and here's their Menards batting order in Game 2. Francisco Lindor, Michael Brantley, Jose Ramirez, Edwin Encarnacion, Brandon Guyer, Yonder Alonso, Yan Gomes, Jason Kipnis, and Rajai Davis.
Yeah, tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. And Adalberto Mejia on the mound, making his 4th start, his 2nd straight start against the Cleveland Indians, looking for his 2nd win.
And off the plate with a fastball.
Let's take a look at the Pizza Ranch for the win. Retire that first guy of each inning. That's very important when you're facing a ball club like the Indians. Get that first leading lady out. Not only this inning, get Lindor, but from here on out, get that first out.
2-1. Foul back. Fastball. We've seen 3 of them at 91 miles per hour. He's got a really good changeup, good breaking ball.
As goes a slider and a curveball. But he is just 25 years old. His 3rd season with the Twins, up and down the last 3 years.
2 strikes, and now Forsythe swings over to the left side of the diamond. And the ball looped to short right. And Mauer can't get there. He picks it up with the bare hand. Little pop fly, and if Forsythe had been conventionally where a second baseman was, he might have been able to make that catch. As it is, a leadoff single for Lindor.
Well, you can see he kind of got jammed right there. Just hit a little blooper into right field into no man's land. And the leading lady for the Indians does get on, and Lindor.
Last night it was a leadoff walk to Lindor. Then there was a base hit by Brantley, an error by the Twins. And the Twins ended up giving up a couple of first inning runs. And after the game, Terry Francona said that really was, they were very important runs to score early. They've had their fits with the Twins this year, but those 2 runs kind of set the tone for the rest of the ball game. Brantley taking outside a ball. Brad Mills, bench coach for Terry Francona.
He said Francona's done a good job here. He's also did a great job with the Boston Red Sox, winning a couple World Series there.
First managerial job was with the Philadelphia Phillies. There's Brad Mills.
It's Terry's right-hand man, bench coach.
Probably standing to his left, but you're right, his right-hand man. Chop foul, and it's 1-2. Indians enjoying the largest divisional lead, 10 games over the Twins. Be 50 games played for each team after tonight. And fouled away. Twins would like to be in position yet to do it. They're going to have to make some noise here the balance of this series to do that. They'd like to kind of put the squeeze on the Indians, get closer and kind of push them a little bit, if nothing else. And the Indians might appreciate that. Sometimes teams with comfortable leads in the second half benefit instead from having a team on their heels, making them play better. Just missed inside, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, Brantley making the All-Star team again this year, his 3rd time that he has made the All-Star team for Cleveland. Hitting very well here at Progressive Field. Coming into this ball game, .338 here at home.
Foul back again.
Watch, Brantley's almost like Max Kepler. Not a lot of movement once he gets set. Some guys will rotate their bat a little bit, move around in the batter's box, but once he's set, like Kepler, pretty still.
Another 2-2. And this time at 93, he had a couple extra ticks on that fastball, but it's still fouled back. Lindor still at first after his pop fly single. inside and hit him. He tried to throw a changeup and it spun out of his hand. First and second, nobody out.
Second hit batsman this season for Mejia. Again, making just his fourth start, his fifth appearance. There you can see getting the back end of Brantley.
At least in the first inning, it sure would be nice if you got not only the leading lady but the secondary lady, because this guy's pretty deadly with men on base. Ramirez coming up here with runners at first and second, nobody out.
See the 83 runs batted in. That's third most in the American League. Switch hitter.
Ball one.
There's a right-handed hitter hitting 289. So that bats from the left side. 5 home runs. The 33 is a right-handed hitter.
Chop to the right side. Mauer will throw to second. They get the runner Brantley, keeping the double play in order. Joe showed off that catcher's arm there with a little zip on that throw to the shortstop.
That's a nice play by Joe right there. You know, Mejia a little slow getting over there because his momentum takes him toward third base, but Joe made the right play. Keep the double play in order. So kind of a check swing right there. Fielder's choice.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. It is Rosario, Cave, and Kepler in the outfield, and then a change from the original lineup. Mauer is in at first, not Morrison. Forsythe, Polanco up the middle, Sano at third, Garver behind the plate. Now Encarnacion with runners on the corners and 1 out. 3 infielders left side for the Twins, and a big lead off third by Lindor. Pop fly short right field. Kepler coming in. There's the catch, and Lindor bluffs, but he made it a good bluff. 2 down. Forced Kepler to make a 1-hop throw. It was a strong one.
And you kept Forsythe out of the way. In yesterday's ball game, remember they collided down the right field line. Yeah. And right there, Kepler did the right thing, got behind that ball. So Encarnacion, a big out right there, and the runners have to stay at first and third.
2 down, and now Geyer, who hit his 6th home run of the year last night. Carrasco was able to pitch out of a bases loaded jam, and now Mejia trying to leave runners at first and third and keep this a scoreless game. On the outside corner. Eighteen pitches rather for Mejia, and a dozen strikes. Strike 2. Now one good pitch away from pitching out of some misfortune here. I mean, really all that's happened this inning. Lindor hit a pop fly single to a good spot of the field. A really good hitter Brantley flipped off a bunch of 2-strike pitches for foul balls. You got Ramirez on a ground ball to reach in a fielder's choice. The short pop up to right. Now 0-2 to Geyer. Softly back to the mound, and Mejia takes care of it himself. The Twins left 3 on, the Indians left 2 on in a scoreless first inning. thank you, Kendall. Twins batting in the second inning now, and it is Logan Forsythe leading things off. It'll be Forsythe, Cave, and Garver. Twins have a bit of a scoreless inning streak against Cleveland pitching. It's reached 22 innings. And Forsythe is hit with an off-speed pitch. And he'll take first base.
Carrasco hitting his 6th batter of the season. Ball just ran in on him.
Tricep area, maybe rib cage area as well. Here's Jake Cave. On the outside corner with a fastball. He's done a nice job in center field when he was obtained by the Twins. The reputation seemed to suggest that he was better in the corner infield spots, but he's done a nice job in center field. Rain falling again here in Cleveland, and Cave takes outside 1-1.
Just a hard mist, it looks like. Now some of the fans are starting to scoot back for shelter.
Can you really see a baseball game through a clear umbrella with raindrops on it? And that fan had the umbrella, and it appeared that there. She's trying to watch the baseball game through the umbrella.
Well, we can see her. I'm sure she can see out. Now that I don't know.
1-2 to Cave. Driven to left center field and down for a hit. A soft line drive single for Cave, and the Twins have another threat started here in the second inning.
Good piece of hitting. 3rd hit for the Twins.
And that'll bring up Mitch Garver.
Number 23, Mitch Garver.
And Garver looking down at Gene Glenn, going through signs. Maybe a possible bunt. Garver does have 1 sacrifice on the season. Like to get that first run on the board.
Chance in the first inning. Nearly had it on the first pitch of the game. Bauer's drive caught at the wall by Brantley. Corner infielders are up. And Garver takes outside ball 1.
Did not show bunt there.
A drive to left field and deep. Going back is Brantley. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Mitch Garver.
Yeah, why bunt if you can do that? Home run number 6 on the year for Mitch. The Twins take an early 3-0 lead.
Mauer hit one to the wall, and Garver cleared the wall by plenty.
Well, looked like a fastball. Ran in on Garver. He got it airborne. Twins are up 3. 16th home run that Carrasco has allowed, and the 8th to a right-handed hitter.
Here is Mauer. Mentioned it at the time. Joe doesn't very often pull the trigger on a first pitch fastball, but when you've hit the ball as well as he has against Carrasco, why not? And he nearly got an extra base hit or a home run. He's hitting .400 against Carrasco. 1-0, 2-0.
Well, a lot of times you face a guy. I know Wade Boggs was like Joe Mauer, Tony Gwynn, not afraid to go to 2 strikes. So you're saying, okay, get strike 1. And Joe was all on it. He just hit it to Brantley. Made a good play on the left field.
And now strike 2 and 1. Still coming down pretty steadily here. Checked his swing. Nope. Home plate umpire Trip Gibson called the pitch a strike. 2-2. And strikes out for the first out of the inning.
Change up right there. Strikeout number 2 for Carrasco.
StatCast AI powered by AWS, and this was a no-doubter.
You can watch Brantley out there kind of stop and say, okay, I'm not going to get that ball.
I'll get a dry one.
411-foot home run for Mitch Garver.
According to my app, this rain is about to stop. So if you're concerned about a 3-0 lead and none of it might count, I think we're going to be okay. Here's Rosario. He takes outside a ball. Remember going back to the start of the year, and the Twins won 2 out of 3 in Baltimore, split the 2 games in Pittsburgh. So they were off to a good start on the road at 3-2. Strike call. Since then, Twins are 16-32 on the road. And there's a 5-game road winning streak in the middle of all that. The last 3 games of a series in Chicago and both games in St. Louis.
They've had a tough time on the road. 19 wins, 35 losses overall.
This one golf to right, and Rosario is 2 for 2, and he's trying for second base, and he is out. A nice retrieve by Geyer. He had to reach far to his left, but then he spun and threw a one-hop strike to Lindor.
Yeah, perfect strike right there. Rosario trying to get into scoring position. He saw that Garver went way to his left and then spun, made a perfect one-hop throw to Lindor, who was covering second. So pulling that ball into the corner, but Geyer does a good job, gets that one hop, turns around, and a quick tag by Lindor. Watch this right here. Sets himself up. Good strong throw right on the mark.
And now Polanco singled his first time up.
So Rosario gets a base hit and then thrown out. 9-6.
Polanco fouls it over the Cleveland dugout. 1-1. Taken low, 2-1.
Already 41 pitches for Carrasco. 23 strikes. Given up 5 hits. 4 singles and the 3-run home run.
Tap to the right side. Alonso makes the catch, but Polanco will beat Carrasco to the bag. And now Polanco has a pair of hits already in the ballgame.
Yeah, Alonso had a little trouble getting that ball out of his glove, too. Trying to fix his glove. So you hustle out of that box down that line. You see Alonso, don't know if Carrasco would have even been able to get there before Polanco got to the bag.
Now Logan Morrison. Morrison struck out with runners at first and a second, or first and third, I should say, and 1 down in the first inning.
They threw him a lot of changeups.
This one hit to center, and Rajay Davis is there to corral. In last night's game, Mitch Garver finished the game on the mound, and tonight in his first at bat, he hits a 3-run home run. Who says pitchers can't hit?
Good hitting pitcher.
It's time to bring you some scoop from the clubhouse. The Twins have placed Matt Belisle on the disabled list with right knee chondromalacia, which is basically inflamed cartilage under the kneecap. He's dealt with it before, but he is going to stay here on the road trip with the team. The move coincides with Matt McGill's return from the paternity list. Him and his wife, Melissa, welcomed their son, Maverick, to the world on Saturday afternoon. He says everyone's doing great. It was an incredible experience, but understandably, he is exhausted and running on fumes. And Mitch Garver said he got a ton of calls and text messages from friends last night, giving him a hard time about his pitching debut. He said the circumstances are unfortunate, but he did really enjoy the experience and was very happy to report that his arm felt great this morning, guys.
Well, it should. He didn't throw hard enough. He was just throwing 70s. Kind of guiding it in there.
I asked him about that ball that Lindor hit. I said, that's the hardest thing, you know, you let that ball go. And he says, yeah, I'm throwing him a ball that he could probably hit out of the ballpark, and he hits it over my head.
3-0 from Mejia to the leadoff man here in the Cleveland second, Yonder Alonso.
He did well, faced 4 batters. He gave up the 1 hit.
And Alonso started backing out of the box and took ball 4.
Well, and that's not the way you want to start when your club just gave you 3 runs. That leadoff walk. So 0 for 2 so far, being able to get that first guy out per inning. First walk for Mejia.
Mejia on the season with now 9 walks, and 3 of them in his start against the Indians his last time out. Here is Yan Gomes. Missed some time with some hamstring tightness. And a breaking ball over. Struggled with everything else, so Garver had him throw a breaking ball for a first pitch strike.
Yeah, Gomes in his 6th season with the Indians, made the All-Star team this year. First All-Star appearance for Yan Gomes.
Down and in, 1-1. Last night, Kyle Gibson uncharacteristically had a tough time throwing a high percentage of strikes. That's been one of the issues for Mejia. And here he is now with 26 pitches and 14 strikes. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Nothing in the way of solid contact against Mejia yet. Even the line drive off the bat of Geyer was a soft line drive. And that's to the backstop. Second time that it looks like he has tried to throw that changeup. And in the first inning, he hit Brantley. And this one was a sailor all the way to the backstop.
The old Navy pitch. You know, right there, you could almost see right off the get-go, just lost grip of that ball. So a wild pitch charged to Mejia, his 2nd wild pitch of the season.
And he gets
watch this one.
It's the tongue depressor on the back slope of the mound to clear some of the clay out of his spikes. 2-2 to Gomes, with Alonso moving to second base on a very wild pitch. And Gomes swings through a 93-mile-per-hour heater, 1 away.
And strikeout number 1 for Mejia. Let's do a scouting report on Adalberto Mejia. He's faced the Cleveland Indians the most of any team. This is his 5th start, only his 25th major league start. He's pitched well here in 2 starts, 1-1 with an ERA of 2.08. And he needs to control his pitch count. That's been his biggest nemesis, I guess. You know, he just throws a lot of pitches, short amount of time.
This will be number 30. And it'll be lefty against lefty. Kipnis at the plate. Fouled back. Strike 1. Kipnis hit a home run last night. He's picked it up considerably in the last 3-4 weeks. Give you some idea where his batting average was. He's picked it up considerably to get the average to 222. Very lightly raining now, and we hope and believe that the worst is over in terms of precipitation tonight. Checked his swing and took up high.
Well, players don't like playing in the rain. Fans don't like to sit there and, you know, having to wear extra apparel to stay dry.
See Twins infielders positioned accordingly to the spray chart. popped up, and it will reach the seats. 1-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Alonso at second after his leadoff walk and wild pitch.
Kipnis hitting only 188 coming in this at bat as a left-handed hitter. 257 against right-handed pitchers.
Down and away. 2-2. A handful of starts this year for Mejia have been the only left-handed starts for the Twins this year. Might be in September that Steven Gonsalves might be called up to make some starts for the Twins. He's come on pretty strong at AAA.
Yeah, Twins have used 10 different starters this year. Like you said, Mejia the only lefty.
2-2. And as we said, signing off the air in the pregame show or in the open, if he can somehow come up with a good outing against the Indians, arguably the second best lineup in the American League, to Houston or to Boston, that would go a long way, I would think, toward not cementing, but at least having his name put in ink for next year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing what you want out of him, get me into the 6th or 7th inning from time to time. It's usually 5+, you know, longest outing 5 1/3 so far this year.
Driven to right, it is deep. Kepler is back, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Just enough room to make the catch. 2 away.
Boy, that was well hit right there by Kipnis. But Kepler ran it down for the second out.
And that'll bring up Rajai Davis. DQ combination you can see in the last 5 games against the Indians. The Twins haven't done real well. Haven't scored much. Carrasco, big part of that. Bauer. And Twins hope to get things turned back around here in game 2. Davis, the batter.
You know, it's a funny game. You know, you can lose an ugly game like last night, and you can come right back again and hopefully have a better one today. There's Bauer right there, pitched 6 very good innings.
And it's odd because the Twins have played much better against Cleveland here in Cleveland over the last few years. This one looped to right. Kepler coming in, and he makes another nice catch to end the inning. And Mejia pitches around the leadoff walk.
Kepler showing some range.
and by Dodge. Join the brotherhood of muscle at the Dodge Summer Clearance event and get a great deal. 3-0 Twins thanks to a 3-run home run from their number 9 batter tonight, Mitch Garver. Now between innings, the grounds crew came out and treated the area around home plate and the area in front of the pitcher's rubber because it had been raining pretty good for a while, but I don't believe it's raining at all right now. Sano will lead things off, drew a walk in the first inning, and it was a well-earned walk again. We've seen Miguel with a much more discerning eye at the plate since his recall. See if he can get something started here in the third. When Carrasco pitched against the Twins at Target Field back on August 1st, 7 1/3 innings, only 4 hits. Tonight he's faced 13 batters and only retired 5 of them. So a much better night for the Twins lineup against the right-hander.
Yeah, 6 hits so far and the 3 runs against Carrasco.
Here is Sano, then Kepler and Forsythe. Stroked solidly to Lindor. Line drive on the first pitch of the inning, 1 away. And it'll bring up Kepler. Time now for Lowe's whole team together in the Indians since July 25th. And what we've seen from Terry Francona since he's come here to Cleveland, a team that has always, every year, they play really good baseball in the second half, and it looks like they're doing it again this year.
And they've really done a good job against the Central Division here. 19-4 against the Central Division here, 33-15 overall.
Here's Kepler. He takes up and away, ball 1.
13 games over 500 at home, and they're playing 500, exactly 500 on the road.
Twins have 2 of those 4 wins here in their first trip here. Another trip coming at the end of this month. This is the 5th series of 6 between these 2 teams, counting the 2-gamer in San Juan. And Carrasco's made a start in all 5 series so far. 2-0 to Kepler. And at the knees.
Well, that's one thing, Dick, you know, with so many games played within your division. I think we saw Mark Burley one time 6 times throughout the season.
Yep.
And we'll probably see him again on the mound if he stays healthy at the end of the month.
Got a 3 and 5 chance of that, I guess.
Yep.
2 and 2.
It's like 60%.
Wait a second. Yep, you're right. 2 and 2 from Carrasco to Kepler. Kepler bounced out, leaving the bases full in the first inning.
They threw him a changeup that he hit into the ground, and Kipnis threw him out at second.
Driven hard to right field near the pole, but foul by a few feet. Some hook at the end, took it foul. A couple years ago, of course, here Kepler teed off on knee-high fastballs over the inside corner, hit 3 home runs in 1 game and another one the next day. And a swinging strike 3, 2 down.
With the changeup, had a little sink on it. Strikeout number 3. See a little bit of changeup with a little bit of downward break at 84 miles an hour.
2 down. And now Forsythe hit by a pitch to lead off the second. And 2 at bats later, Garver hit his home run. Outside ball 1. I asked Paul Molitor today what he's seen from Forsythe, and I'll paraphrase it and just say just a very professional approach at the plate, in the field. He's here early to get his work in, and he's made a very good first impression and has shown the ability to get some hits to the opposite field.
Well, we mentioned before his best season when he was with the Rays. He got to play every day, 153 ball games, and responded with a .281 batting average, hit 17 home runs, hit 20 home runs the next year for the Rays. And in LA, he was kind of a part-time player.
And moved around this year a little bit, different spots in the field. Haven't seen him any place but second base.
He comes into to the Twins. 807 games played, almost 2,600 major league at bats, and drives the ball right up the middle right there. A .250 hitter.
One thing Paul Molitor pointed out that he's got pretty strong arm. We've seen some strong throws from Forsythe. 2-out single will bring Cave to the plate. He's already with 7 hits against Carrasco. Stretch it out on the grass at Target Field. Yoga nights coming up. Sponsored by United Healthcare. Wednesday, September 5th. Participants will receive a Twins branded yoga mat, Twins game tickets, and an on-field yoga class. Reserve your spot today at twinsbaseball.com/yoga. Here is Cave. Takes a strike in the outside corner. Cave singled in front of Garver's home run last inning.
Now that base hit just hit softly in front of Davis in center field.
And out in front of the off-speed pitch, flipped foul. It's 0-2. Cave, of course, getting a chance to play in place of Byron Buxton, who took some swings today. Going to come back from some wrist tendonitis on the Rochester roster. Actually on the disabled list right now, but will come off and play for Rochester. And Cave swings and misses, and Carrasco has his easiest inning so far. This afternoon, the Indians, who will host the All-Star game next year, unveiled the All-Star logo. The significance of the guitar is because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is here in Cleveland. It's kind of a unique logo.
Kind of cool, yeah. That'll be the second time that the All-Star game has been hosted here at Progressive Field. It's the 6th All-Star game to be hosted by the Indians overall.
Talked about the '81 game, which started the second half of the year back in '81 after the work stoppage. Mejia missing badly to Lindor, ball 1. And then the other one here was in 1997. American League won that game 3-1. 1-0 to Lindor. Hit a pop fly single his first time up. There's a strike called on the outside corner.
It seems like it's a changeup, maybe trying to it's kind of just slipping out of his hand, the ones that have gotten missed only about 4 or 5 feet.
There it is again, and it's closer. 2-1.
Let's see if he can get the leading lady right here. Lindor got a base hit to lead off the bottom of the first inning off of Mejia. Only hits he's allowed so far.
missed inside with a fastball, and it's 3-1. He issued a leadoff walk to Alonso in the second.
Lindor hitting .295 coming into the ball game. .374 as a right-handed hitter.
High fly, center field. Back is Cave, still on the grass. Going away. You'll see
all right, first out.
Yeah, you'll see some discoloration in the outfield. And of course the tarp has been on the field and off the field, and it almost looked like overnight somehow they bleached the tarp and then rolled it back, and it looks like it's killed some of the grass, or at least discolored it. So that was not there last night, but it's there tonight.
And it's shaped exactly like the tarp would be. Maybe
right.
They left it, you know, sitting there overnight, and maybe the heat during the day, it was warm during the day, created some of that.
It might be greened up as early as tomorrow for all we know. One down. Chopped to first. A play from Mauer. He picked the first or second hop off his chin. 2 down. So 2 quick outs here in the third, and now Ramirez. And the Twins, and those of you watching at home, should feel much better about this at bat because there's nobody on base.
I'll tell you what, do you know where he ranks in the American League? You can see his MVP resume looks pretty good. A lot of extra base hits, the RBIs, the stolen bases, and the average. No surprise on the average. The last couple of years he's hit over 300 for the Tribe, and he's a guy that came up, you know, back in 2013-14 that was sent down back and forth, but he found it back in 2016. 152 ball games 2 years ago, hit .312. Last year hit .318.
1-1 to Ramirez. The stolen bases would surprise most people, because most people who hit a lot of home runs and doubles aren't able to steal bases too. He can. He's very good at it. 2-1.
Just a good all-around young player, only 25 years old, out of the Dominican Republic.
It's in the air to left, and Rosario will get there, and Mejia enjoys a 1-2-3 third inning.
Nothing lead thanks to a 3-run home run, his 6th home run of the year. And Mejia, 3 shutout innings, 45 pitches thrown, 26 for strikes, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Well, he's done a good job. Retired the last 6 batters he's faced.
Would you say effectively wild? First pitch of the inning goes to the backstop, and then he has a 1-2-3 inning. That's being effective, right?
Keep doing it if it works.
Here's Garver to lead off the 4th against Carrasco. Strike on the outside corner. Garver now with 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Out in front, 0-2.
Yeah, Carrasco kind of made a mistake right there. Kind of had that fastball that rode right into the power swing of Garver. Trying to keep everything away in this at bat. See Gomes sitting away. Another breaking ball and a strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Carlos Carrasco.
That'll bring up Joe Mauer.
Well, take a look at the pitch. A slider. Good location.
Replay brought to you by Dodge. 1 down, and now Mauer, a warning track fly ball on the first pitch of the game in the first inning, and then he went down swinging in the second. Down and in, ball 1. Interesting article in the Minneapolis paper today by Chris Hines about Mauer and how he's been somewhat victimized by the shifting. And we've seen it, I think, more in the outfield than the infield for Joe, but a lot of teams will have 3 infielders pulled to the right side. And I talked with Joe recently about the very same thing, where he says, you know, he used to try when the left side of the infield was open, for instance, to try to hit it over there. But he says now he's just trying to have a good at bat. And instead, when teams are playing him 3 infielders on one side, he's trying to use that as a cue as to where they're going to pitch him, and trying to take the defensive shifting and use it to your advantage. 1-2. And I guess when I left the conversation with Joe, and I think at least he's the best hitter the Twins have seen in a long, long time in terms of having a good approach at the plate and continually giving the Twins good at bats. There you can see the balls on the ground and where they're hit. And I thought, well, if Joe Mauer's not going to try to hit the ball to the left side, what business do we have thinking, for instance, Logan Morrison could do it? Bounce to first, and Alonso will go to the bag. 2 down. As he said, it's not as easy to do it as it used to be, because now typically the fastball, the average fastball, seems to be about 94 miles per hour.
Well, I think there's a lot of hitters throughout the league that have to make adjustments to the shifts that are putting on by them. And hey, Joe's a 300 career hitter. You know.
2 down, and now Rosario, who already has 2 singles tonight. Rosario tried to stretch his second inning single into a double. Geyer came up with a good throw to throw him out. 1 strike. We've seen that a lot lately. Maybe it's a sign of over swinging, but Rosario, when he swings and misses, very often ends up in the right-handed batter's box. And the Indians will play him to pull in the infield and a step or 2 the other way in the outfield. 2 strikes.
Well, we all know that Eddie Rosario does not get cheated once he starts swinging that bat. So
when you look at the top 2 numbers there, when he's had his best months, May and June, he didn't chase as often as he has here in July and August so far. 0-2. Driven to center. This ball's hit hard. Davis going back. He won't get there. He'll play the carom well. And Rosario this time is safe at second with a double. Reached across the plate and drove it to the center field fence.
Well, you know what? Again, he's so strong with his hands, and it looked like he was almost fooled a little bit, but he kept those hands back and then popped the bat and hit to the deepest part of the field, 400 feet straight away center. Take a look at the pitch right here. That's not a bad pitch right there. He just went down and almost golfed it over the head of Davis. Davis plays the carom perfectly, but Rosario This time does make it to second with 2 outs. His 3rd hit of the ball game, his 27th double.
And now Polanco will look for his 3rd hit of the night. And a liner to left. It's caught in left by Brantley.
Nice catch.
Hit it too hard. Carried all the way out within range of Brantley. And the Twins lead Rosario at second base.
Threatening to add to their lead. Adam Engel comes up big for the White Sox, covering a ton of ground before leaping over the wall to rob a home run of Greg Bird. That was fun. Why not do it again tonight? Here he goes again, up and over the wall for back-to-back home run robbery for Adam Engel and the Chicago White Sox, tied right now with the Yankees 1-1 each in the bottom of the 7th. Guys,
how about that?
Good for him. He's a really good center fielder, and if he can hit, he might be out there for a while for the White Sox. The first pitch strike to Encarnacion.
I think one of the biggest outs of the ball game was Encarnacion's fly ball to Kepler in that first inning. Kept the Indians off the board.
Down and away 1-1. Yeah, the Indians had a threat. A base hit by Lindor, just a little pop fly that landed in short right, and then Brantley was hit by a pitch. And then Mejia got the next 3 batters. Swung on and missed, 1 and 2. So far, Mejia has, in his last 2 starts, pitched to the Indians for a total of 8 innings and given up just 2 hits. He's walked 4 and hit 1. But he has quieted the Cleveland bats, at least so far. 2 and 2. And he strikes out Encarnacion with a good changeup.
And strikeout number 2 for Mejia. So he's able to hold on to that changeup. We've seen them that have flown out of the strike zone, but good location down and away on the black. Put that in a bottle.
Geyer hit a soft line drive back to Mejia to end the threat in the first inning. Fouled back. You've seen Mejia's fastball range from 91 to 93.
51 pitches, 30 for strikes.
Little pop-up weakly hit, and Mauer makes the catch. 2 down. I think the Twins will take that, won't they? I mean, you'd like 67%, 2 strikes for every ball, but for him, 60% is a good starting point.
Again, not a lot of major league starts. He's just kind of getting his feet wet, building up that confidence and outings like he had last time out. And so far here, are nice, confident builders.
Thursday, August 16th, it's NDSU night at Target Field. Limited number of NDSU theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket and a Bison Twins cap. More at twinsbaseball.com/NDSU or call 800-33-TWINS. 7-8 in a row now, set down by Mejia. Walked Alonso to start the second inning, and Wild pitched him to second. Swung on and missed. 95 miles per hour.
You know, when the Twins made the trade to get Mejia, when Eduardo Nunez was traded to the Giants, they knew they were getting somebody that had a lot of that good stuff. It just mattered, can he corral it? And outings like this, I think, are showing that whoever scouted him saw that good arm. He's a big kid. They list him at 6'3", about 240. Out of the Dominican Republic. Just turned 25 years old last month.
Fly ball center field. Big Cave calling for it. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Mejia and a 3-0 Twins lead. Pepsi fans of the game have to be happy with how this game has started. Mejia has been very, very good. And his catcher gave him a 3-0 lead in the second inning. Logan Morrison will lead off the fifth, then Sano and Kepler. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Back 2 strikes. Morrison struck out in the first, hit a fly ball to center in the second. If you just joined us, no, this isn't the replay. This is the
God,
live.
I hope not.
We got started 2 hours and 10 minutes late because of a rain delay. The other night when we had about 2.5 hours, 2 different rain delays at Target Field.
Against KC, yeah.
I got home in time to see, if I wanted to, the replay broadcast, but I didn't want to at 1:30 in the morning or whatever it was.
Well, because you'd have to stay up another hour and a half for the first rain delay, and then another hour for the other one. You would have went to bed at 6 o'clock.
And Morrison on another off-speed pitch is out on strikes, 1 down.
Carrasco picking up his 6th strikeout, second time Morrison's been called or swung through. Strike 3. Take a look at the pitch. It's almost like a split finger, but I don't believe he sets that up as a split finger. It looks like it's just a changeup, maybe the circle changeup.
Here is Sano.
Whatever it is, it's a good pitch for him.
Sano with a walk in the first inning when the Twins left the bases full. Then he led off the third and hit a line drive, the door reaching to his right to make a nice catch. And Sano so far looking very much like the hitter we saw last year in the first 4 months. Hasn't hit a home run yet since his recall, but that is just a matter of time. 1 strike. Might have had a pitch there to hit out. He tapped it foul instead. 0-2. Jack swing. The hope, of course, is that Byron Buxton his wrist will allow him to get back in the lineup pretty soon and can show some improvement at the plate and get back up here and join Sano regularly in the Twins lineup. 1-2. Swung on and missed. A strikeout for out number 2.
And strikeout number 7. Yeah, you know, Byron, you said he's starting to swing the bat. And the biggest thing for him, what batting stance is he going to use? Is he going to go to the high leg kick or the kick or with that, you know, left foot down? And right now he's gone back to that little bit of a lift of the left foot. So he's got to find out what works for him.
All I know is he has the potential still to be the best hitter or best player in the American League, not named Mike Trout. We saw that in the last 2 months last year. Here's Kepler, and apart from wins and losses, Kepler with a drive to center. Heading back is Davis. At the wall, he makes the catch. Apart from that, if Buxton and Sano are both in the Twins lineup, suddenly the Twins are a much more interesting team. Team positions for the Minnesota Twins. Here in the media dining room tonight, it was Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah. How many did you eat?
I didn't eat it.
You didn't eat?
I don't like much Mexican food. It doesn't agree with my system.
It does mine.
Well, I don't think it does with yours. You just don't care. Here's Gomes leading off the 5th.
Well, 9 straight retired by Mejia.
See, I like fajitas. Fajitas, I can eat fajitas 3 times a week.
See, I'm not a big fajita guy.
But tacos, you're all
steam.
over.
Oh, tacos, yes.
1-0 to Gomes, who struck out.
And a nice all-meat burrito. Oh, I'm hungry again.
On the ground,
Catch it.
Sano picks it up and fires to first.
Time, yep.
1 down.
Yeah, Gomes not the quickest, of course, a catcher, not the quickest down that line. So maybe Sano knew that, but he good range to his left. Kind of looked like trouble right off the get-go, but Sano went to his left, knocked it down. And again, you know what? Don't pick it up with your glove. Barehanded, and then the cannon over to Mauer. Nice play right there.
10 in a row set down by Mejia. This is against a Cleveland lineup, second in the league in runs scored, and a lineup that scored 10 runs last night. Here's Kipnis, lined out to Kepler. There's strike 1. Pitch number 60 coming up for Mejia. And that's his 37th strike. 0-2.
Well, 35 pitches in the first 2 innings, and then he put 21 together to retire the side in the 3rd and 4th. Close to having another quick inning here.
Pulled foul by a couple of feet. Still 2 strikes. Made his first start in the blistering heat of Wrigley Field against the Cubs. Didn't go particularly well, but truth be told, that weekend nothing went well for the Twins. Then had a good start, 5 1/3 innings, just 1 run against the Blue Jays when he got his first win of the year. A relief appearance against the Red Sox that was pretty good.
With a fastball.
And Kipnis strikes out.
So strikeout number 3 for Mejia.
And now Rajay Davis.
Yes, again, you're the pitcher. You know what you want to throw. You saw Garver put down 3 slider, and Mejia shook him off and said, I want to go with a fastball. Good fastball away. Kipnis swings through it.
There's Rajay Davis. Davis with a fly to right, short right field. Kepler made a nice running catch coming in.
These 2 guys too, you know, of course, Garver and Mejia, battery mates down in AAA.
That's a changeup. He's got pretty good control of it now. He floated it right over the middle of the strike zone at the knees. 1 strike to Rajay Davis. One and one.
Davis, a veteran, been around the game a long time. He came up in 2006 with the Pirates. Couple stints with the Indians.
Up and away. 2-1. Beaten foul. Technically, the Indians, in terms of runs scored, are 3rd in the league. They're 1 run behind the Yankees for 2nd place. 30 runs behind the Red Sox.
2nd in the American League in hitting at 259.
2-2 to Davis. Davis gets rid of the bat. It rolls across the left-handed batter's box, and it's 2-2.
lot of pitchers who use a rosin bag, but Mejia using the dirt to. A little warm out there. The moisture off your hand.
Tapper to short. Blanco flips on the run. 12 in a row set down by Adalberto Mejia. He's pitched 10 innings against the Indians and given up 2 hits. For United Way Action Day, an all-ages, family-friendly volunteer event on Thursday, August 9th at Target Center. We still need your help packing 25,000 backpacks with school supplies for Minnesota kids. And in addition to volunteering, Action Day will be action-packed, featuring games, prizes, photo booths, a mini Crayola experience, and more. Visit gtcuw.org/Action Day and register today. Now, before we started the 6th inning here, the top of the 6th, home plate umpire Trip Gibson had a brief chat with Paul Molitor about something, and I have no idea what that was about.
Maybe he told him that, you know, Mejia's really pitching well tonight.
5 innings, and Gabriel Moya is starting to get loose. And Forsythe takes a strike, 1-1.
Mejia right there, maybe feeling a little bit of the heat. I don't know what
well, I know
the reason could be, but Marvin Alston kind of walking Mejia down.
After the strikeout of Kipnis, he winced toward the center field camera, and I didn't think anything of it because he just kept right on pitching. But we'll have to wait and see. It's almost as if Paul Molitor wanted to tell Trip Gibson that we got a pitching change coming. We'll wait and see, and of course try to figure out what might have happened to Adalberto Mejia. 1-2 to Forsythe. Been hit by a pitch, and he's gotten a single. Forsythe with another base hit. Came into the game 5 for 15 as a Twin, and he's 2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, Twins have had some really good at-bats against a guy that came into this ball game red hot. Over his last 6 starts, 5-0, a 1.99 ERA is Carrasco.
And let's go to Audra Martin.
Well, guys, for tonight's showstopper, we're checking in on the minor leagues. Royce Lewis, the Twins' first overall pick back in 2017, had a huge night for Fort Myers. 4 hits, 2 of which were home runs, 5 RBI, and he's been on quite a tear lately. He's hitting .390 in the last 10 games. 5 of those games saw him leave the game with 4 hits on the night, guys.
He and Alex Kirilloff, the #1 pick from the year before, are absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. There's a chopper back to the mound. Carrasco to second. Out there. And out there. And Jeff Smith says, hey, let's challenge second base.
Let's make sure that Lindor's foot was on the bag when he caught that ball.
Niftily turned if, in fact, Lindor had his foot on the bag.
The throw was low from Carrasco to Lindor. Then they're going to go ahead and not challenge it. Watch Carrasco right here. Watch by Lindor. Does he have his right foot? Yeah, it looked like he had his right foot on the bag. Right there. And then you see him go down underneath, make that runner Forsythe slide.
Mitch Garver, the batter, a 3-run home run and a swinging strikeout. Strike one. Kirilloff, by the way, was in May the Midwest League Player of the Month, and now in July, after being promoted to High A ball, he was the Florida State League Player of the Month in July. Check to swing, and it's 1-1. Andrew Miller getting loose. On the outside corner, 1-2. And in the dirt, 2-2.
Carrasco's given up 9 hits to the Twins here tonight.
7 1/3 innings in Minnesota and gave up just 4.
Yeah, but you know what? He's worked out of one bad pitch really to Mitch Garver. Worked out of a couple jams.
Take by Garver, and it's 3-2 with Mauer on deck.
Carrasco making his 162nd major league start. 75 wins, 57 losses. There's 10 complete games, 3 shutouts, one of them earlier this year against the Tigers.
And on the outside corner, perfect pitch, 93 at the knees, down and away, and it ends in 6th inning. anything of it because he went on and pitched effectively to Davis. Here's strike 3 to Kipnis, and you can see a little bit of a wince, and then he went to the dugout. Garvin Alston almost with a little bit of a limp.
Well, kind of shaking that left arm right there too. So
at any rate, at the risk of connecting dots that have no business being connected, he did strike out Kipnis, seemed to react unfavorably, and is taken out after 5 innings.
Well, they're outstanding 5 innings for Alberto Mejia. Only allowed 1 hit, almost the same type of outing he had against the Indians in Minnesota. Gabriel Moya coming into the ball game, making his 13th relief appearance.
Moya will inherit a 3-0 lead. Moya, a couple of outings against the Kansas City Royals, 1 good, 1 not so good. Most recent one, he faced 5 men and retired all 5.
Yeah, Moya making his 3rd appearance this season with the Twins in those 12 previous appearances.
Top of the order, Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez. Strike over the inside corner. Lindor hit a pop fly single, the only hit for the Indians so far tonight. Got as far as 3rd base in the 1st inning. And that floats outside.
Yeah, Moya with a good changeup, fastball. We saw a fastball for strike 1, then a slurve type breaking ball. Just 23 years old. Venezuela.
Just missed the corner a little bit low. It's 2-1. Moya had a couple of outings against the Indians, an inning and 2/3 in the 2 outings, 1 hit allowed, no runs. That just last week at Target Field. Floats inside. It's 3-1.
Well, no free passes right here. They can swing the bat.
That's hit to center, and Kay will make a nice running catch. Very similar to the Kepler catch made earlier tonight. Got a good break and raced it down. 1 down.
Well, Mejia had a very good night. Retired the last 12 Indian batters. That's a big soft line drive off the bat of Geyer to end the 1st inning. The only hit they got was Lindor leading off the ball game.
1 down here in the 6th, and now Michael Brantley hit by a pitch in the 1st and a 2-hopper to Mauer in the 3rd. Very high. Six pitches, 2 strikes so far from Moya. Saw his numbers, just 3 walks on the year, and now 13 innings. Fastball down the middle of strike. Tending to his spikes behind the mound, behind the rubber rather. Just off the tip of Forsythe's glove, and the Indians have their 2nd hit. Good effort by Forsythe, laying out, and he got leather on it. It's a single for Brantley.
A ball hit sharply right there off the bat of Brantley. You can see that 1 hop skipped past Forsythe as he did tip it, but deflects out to right field.
And now Ramirez 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Hit a fly ball to left in the third. Taken low, ball 1. And a strike called, 1-1. Breaking ball missing inside. Swung on and missed.
Good fastball away right there.
Pass along congratulations to Bartolo Colon. He beat the Mariners tonight. Now he is the top Latin-born pitcher in terms of wins in baseball. Number 246 tonight.
We passed to Juan Marichal.
2-2 to Ramirez. Got out in front, popped it up, short left field. Polanco's out, and he'll give way to Rosario. And
a good changeup right there.
Sanford Health injury report. The Astros keep losing key players to injury. Altuve's on the disabled list. McCullers now a sprained left thumb. Springer's expected to miss. It says there 2 weeks. I heard he may not come back till September. Look at the list. Correa's on the disabled list. Catcher McCann. Of course, the Astros still have a 4.5 game lead over Oakland. 2 down. Brantley still at first, and here's Encarnacion. A little bit high, ball 1. If we get word on Mejia and what the area of concern is, we'll pass it along to you. Sailing along through 5 innings. Now Moya trying to pitch a clean, relatively clean 6th inning. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1, big pitch.
Change up right there at 79.
Matt McGill, the new daddy, warming up. Fouled back. 2-2. There's been so little solid contact tonight. First with Mejia, and so far against Moya. Brantley's base hit was well hit. Kipnis's liner in the second was well hit. That's been about it. Brantley still at first, 2 away. 2-2 to Encarnacion. Several shakeoffs. Checked his swing, and it's 3-2. Brantley will take off with 2 away.
Well, Moya likes his changeup. He missed right there with it. Does he come back with it?
19th pitch of the inning.
Couple shakeoffs.
And he just missed with it, not by much, but it's a walk, and now the tying run comes to the plate in Brandon Geyer. You're right, he threw him the changeup and he missed high, I guess. Geyer moving up to the 5th spot in the batting order, perhaps because of what he did last night.
A big 2-run home run in the 4th inning when the Indians scored 4 runs. That being his 6th home run of the year.
Geyer hitting much better against lefties. Hitting, even with the home run last night against Gibson, hitting just 125 against right-handers, but 270 against lefties. Moya gets ahead. Yeah, how many shakeoffs? 4 shakeoffs, and now Geyer backs out of the box. Breaking ball missing up. Problem with the off-speed stuff being left up like that, leave yourself open to getting one airborne.
Well, you got McGill up right there in the bullpen, but with Alonso on deck, deciding to let Moya pitch to Geyer.
And another one left up and away, 2-1.
Let these young kids work through this. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's take a look right here. The breaking ball just above the strike box.
High fly left field.
Right underneath it.
And Rosario with plenty of room. Moya pitches an unclean but scoreless 6th inning.
Carver's 3-run home run in the 2nd inning, giving the Twins a 3-0 lead. Alberto Mejia, 5 shutout innings, allowed only 1 hit, and that was Lindor to lead off the bottom of the 1st. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He left the ball game. And we have yet to hear why he left, but there's something definitely wrong with Mejia.
And we'll see if the Twins can add on here. We've moved rather rapidly through this game so far, down to the 7th inning, and Mauer, who's gone 0 for 3 against Carrasco, will have his 4th at bat. Mauer, Rosario, and Polanco in the 7th for the Twins. Inside ball 1. And now up and away 2-0.
Carrasco's walked one batter. He has struck out 8. Giving up 9 hits. Pitch number 94 coming in toward Mauer.
And fouled away 2-1.
Cleveland having a great year, mainly because, well, their offense is good, but their starting staff has been outstanding. 54 and 31 combined with a 3.4 ERA. Only the Astros have a better starting staff as far as earned run average. They are right at 3.
Oh, and Carrasco took a bullet off the bat of Mauer here earlier this year. Got the first hop, a wicked one-hop smash right up the middle, and he made the play.
And the one that hit Joe or Carrasco earlier was a line drive. This one a one-hop shot up the middle.
No smoke. One down, and now Eddie Rosario. 3 hits for Rosario. Single to left center, a single to right, and a double to center. Strike on the outside corner.
It's like Taylor Rogers getting loose. A couple lefties out there getting loose. Miller still loosening up for the Indians.
Down the line, and Rosario has a 4-hit night. His second double after a pair of singles.
Again, it looks like he completely fooled, but then just able to wrist that ball out down that right field line. Terry Francona coming out. Looks like Carrasco is out. We'll take a look at this pitch right here. It's down. And Eddie just reaching out and flipping it down that right field line into the corner. Dyer has to get it back in.
Replay brought to you by Carriers. It turns out that's the last pitch Carrasco will throw tonight, and Andrew Miller will pitch to Jorge Polanco when we come back.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins LLC.
They've been without him an awful lot this year, but they have him back now, Andrew Miller, and we'll see how effective he will be. The Indians address their bullpen issues by getting Brad Hand, who is their closer. And if they can somehow get Miller straightened out, both physically and otherwise, they're going to have one heck of a bullpen with both Hand and Miller and Perez from the left side. Here's Rosario hitting right-handed with Polanco batting right-handed, and Rosario goes to third, and he's in with a steal.
Let's see Home plate umpire Gibson saying something. Did Polanco get it in the way?
And here comes Paul Molitor, I think, to ask what in the world the call was. We'll see what Polanco did here that called or caused the home plate umpire to send Rosario back to second.
Don't know if Gomes made contact with him. That throw was one hopped over to Ramirez.
Good idea by Rosario.
Watch Polanco right here. He's showing the bunt. But Polanco's just trying to get out of the way.
He'd have been, but he would have been fine if he had just stayed in the batter's box. And he tried to get out of the way, and he's out instead. And they'll score it 2 unassisted.
The batter was retired on batter's.
So in trying to do the right thing, he did the wrong thing, I think. And all he had to do was stay in the batter's box. The batter's entitled to stay there. But he ended up interfering with Gomes, staggering out of the way.
And Gomes did the right thing. I mean, he did make contact with him, and he was out of the batter's box.
So Rosario does not get a steal, even though he would have stolen it cleanly. And now Morrison will try to bring him home from second. Strike on the outside corner.
Take another look right here, showing bunt. Interference. That's what Trip Gibson yelled out.
1 strike to Morrison. Foul back, 2 strikes. Morrison has struck out twice and flied to center. We have word regarding Mejia, a left wrist strain. Not the elbow, not the shoulder, not the groin, not the hamstring. Not something you see very often, a left wrist strain. Tap to the right side, charging is Kipnis, and he throws on the run to end the inning. Rosario left at second, and it's still 3-0. The #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. By Grant Casino, the best stories start here. And by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world. Twins in front 3-0. Mitch Garver's 3-run home run back in the second inning. The only scoring so far. A series of left-handed pitchers have done a nice job tonight. Starting with Alberto Mejia, who gave the Twins 5 one-hit shutout innings. Moyle wobbled a little bit, but he got through the 6th, and now the 7th belongs to Taylor Rogers.
Yeah, Taylor coming in, 49th relief appearance. 41 hits in 44 2/3 innings, 13 walks, now 3 of those intentional. He has struck out more batters in innings pitched, 51.
Alonso will lead things off. Twins have bullpen activity behind Rogers. It's Alonso a lefty, Gomes a righty, then Kipnis a lefty. doinked down the left field line and fouled by about 10 feet.
Well, we're out of lefties out in that bullpen.
Trevor
Hildenberger.
Yeah. It's Trevor Hildenberger. Earlier was Matt McGill. Starting the 7th. You hope you can get 9 outs and even a series at a game apiece. See how many outs Rogers is asked to get and how many he will get. That's to left. Right at Rosario, 1 away.
Had him played perfectly.
Join the Twins season ticket holder family today and get the best seats at the best price and be instantly enrolled in the Sweet Spot Benefits and Rewards program. Benefits include a 10% discount on food, beverage, and merchandise, early entry on select dates to watch Twins batting practice, and a lot more. Visit twinsbaseball.com/season tickets to learn more. A bomber hat in early August, but a Twins bomber hat, so we'll let it go. One down. Here's Gomes. Jacked his swing. Nope. Ball 1. Gomes struck out in the 2nd, bounced out in the 5th. That hits the corner. That started a little over 2 hours ago, about 2 hours and 10 minutes late because of rain. Twins about hit the Indians 10-2. And that hits Gomes in the foot. And he'll reach with 1 out. Second hit batter of the night for Twins pitchers. Now another lefty, Kipnis.
And for Taylor Rogers, that's his first hit batsman of the year. Now Taylor's done a good job against lefties. Lefties came into the ballgame hitting just 197 off of them. Right-handers 287.
Fastball stuck on the outside corner. Kipnis hit the ball hard. One of the few guys who did against Mejia, lining out to Kepler right in front of the fence in right center. And he struck out in the 5th. Two strikes. And we believe it might have been on Kipnis's swinging strike 3 in the 5th inning that Mejia felt some discomfort in that left wrist. He got Davis to complete 5 innings, but then came out of the ball game. Two strikes.
And 2 fastballs to Kipnis.
Yeah, good breaking ball.
Good tight breaking ball right there. Gets a strikeout.
2 down, and since Davis doesn't doesn't mean the tying run, Rogers will be asked to get him.
See the tight rotation. Good block by Garver. Kipnis strikes out for the 2nd time.
Davis is 0 for 2, a fly to right and a ground ball to short. Rogers trying to get him and save the top of the Cleveland lineup for someone else, probably Hildenberger in the 8th. Fastball, strike 1. 94 in a good spot.
Couple shakeoffs and agree. Going inside.
He got a foul ball. So outside inside, and it's 0-2 to Davis. And a half swing, strike 3, and a really good inning for Taylor Rogers. What a great young talent, Juan Soto. And Twins here are leading 3-0, and Sano will lead things off. Andrew Miller is out there to pitch to Sano, probably out there to pitch to Kepler more than anyone else. Indians have bullpen activity. Sano with a walk, a line out to short, and then a swinging strikeout. And that is a swinging strike 1.
Yeah, Miller's going to come right at the offense for the Twins with a good fastball, hard slider.
Neil Ramirez getting loose. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. Sano's raised his batting average 9 points since his recall, but I think we're just starting to see him scratch the surface of hopefully what he is going to be like here for the balance of the season. Just is missing some pitches. We've seen him mash before. Strikeouts have been cut down a little bit. The at-bats have been better. On the outside corner.
There's that slider, started away and then clipped the corner.
And now Kepler will bat with 1 out.
I'll take a look at this pitch. Probably a little bit outside. I think Sano thought it was outside. And I think the strike box said it was outside.
I don't know if he could have hit it with a canoe paddle.
So Miller picking up his first strikeout.
Kepler, hot ground ball hit right to Kipnis. 2 away. And we'll see if Terry Francona lets it ride with Miller here through Forsythe's at bat. Forsythe with 2 hits tonight, and he's been hit by a pitch. If you're game for a little excitement, head to foxsportsnorth.com, submit a photo and message for the opportunity to be featured in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle during the broadcast and receive $100 in scratch tickets with the Minnesota Lottery. Every day is game day.
Oh, I think too they need Miller to stretch it out a little bit too.
Yep.
He's such a big part of that bullpen.
That's pretty much the same pitch that was called a strike to Sano for strike 3. Ball 1. And now 2-0.
I talked about the starting staff. The bullpen has really struggled. You know, you miss a guy like Miller. They've made some trades to improve the bullpen, but the bullpen combined 8 wins, 18 losses, and ERA just under 5.
Now 3-0.
That's always been one of the strengths for the Indians. Well, Brian Shaw's not there anymore. It's unbelievable we have not seen him.
I know he pitches for the Rockies, but I still expect him to come out of the bullpen door.
Yep. There's a walk right there.
Forsythe has reached all 4 times now, and Cave will bat with a man at first and 2 down. Cave hitting about 300 against right-handed pitchers and sub 200 against lefties. 1-0. Inside, up around the hands. 2-0.
Yeah, a couple of stints on a disabled list for Miller. Left hamstring strain. Just about 2 weeks, and then the right knee inflammation. Missed 72 games.
One thing to have him back, but they need to have him back pitching the way that he did the last couple of years for Cleveland. Outside now 3-0, and Garver's on deck.
Again, this is why these outings are important for Miller, to stretch that arm out, get that pitch count up. 16 pitches, only 7 for strikes. We'll make it 17-8.
Three and 1 to Cave.
You ready for the fastball?
That's it deep to the left field corner. Brantley chasing it and makes the catch in the corner in fair territory to end the top of the 8th. Well, thank you, sir. Twins trying to weave this game together. 5 innings by Mejia, an inning by Moya, an inning by Rogers, and now the first right-handed pitch of the ball game for the Twins will be thrown by Trevor Hildenberger.
Yeah, Trevor Hildenberger, most used out of that bullpen, making his 53rd relief appearance. This is game 112 for the Twins. 16 walks, 7 intentional with 50 strikeouts and 54 and a third innings pitched.
7 innings pitched by 3 different left-handed pitchers, and now Hildenberger will make Lindor a left-handed batter, and the first pitch just off the plate, ball 1. Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez. 4th at bat for Lindor, and the 4th time that he has led off an inning. Driven foul, 1-1. Lindor hit a pop fly single in the first, since then a couple of flies to Cave in center. High and deep to right center field, and that ball is gone. It's 3-1.
Well, Lindor with his 28th home run of the year. Weighted back nicely, got it airborne. And for Hildenberger, that's the 8th home run he has allowed
in just 54 and a third innings.
So take a look at the pitch. Change up. And Lindor knew it was gone once he made contact.
And I think Hildenberger did too. And now Brantley, a 3-1 ball game. Stroke to right, a base hit. Well, this Cleveland lineup held in check by the left-handed pitchers the Twins sent out there, and now long home run and a solid single in the first 2 at bats in the 8th.
And Brantley picking up his 2nd single of the ball game.
That'll bring Ramirez to the plate as the tying run. Ramirez reached on a fielder's choice in the first, then a couple of flies to Rosario and left. And a strike. The Indians have been sitting on Hildenberger's changeup here in the 8th inning. Foul back, 2 strikes.
Trevor kind of went overarm right there, rather than normally down 3/4. He went over the top with that fastball. Need a ground ball right here somehow. 2 straight fastballs.
That changeup drifts outside, blocked nicely by Garver.
Yeah, good block by Garver.
1-2.
Throughout a ball game, we always talk about the importance of catchers able to do that. Keeps Brantley at first base, keeps the double play in order. Watch this changeup right here. I mean, that's a good job knocking it down.
And now 2-2 with a fastball.
And over the top again.
Brad Hand getting loose. Three and 2. I think the 2 teams have been mirror images of one another. The Twins getting 7 innings of left-handed effective pitching, and then now will have to finish the game with right-handers, and the Indians doing it the opposite way. 3-2. Brantley at first. Nobody out here in the 8th.
Fastball or changeup? Let's see.
Changeup, and he struck him out. Brantley was not going. So 1 down. He's still at first, and Encarnacion.
Yeah, big strikeout right there to a very good hitter. Sure, Ramirez looking for that changeup down, and the ball stayed about belt high and then had that sink on it. Way out front.
Now the right-handed batting Encarnacion. Right-handers have fared much better against Hildenberger than lefties. Missed low with a fastball. Base hit to right. Rounding second. And heading to third is Brantley. First and third, 1 down, and the tying runs at first.
Yeah, Kepler slipping a little bit out in right field, losing his footing. Hopefully he's all right.
So a home run, a pair of singles to right, and now Geyer will bat. He'll be pinch hit for by Leonis Martin.
It's good hitting right there by Encarnacion, inside outing, but Kepler went after it and then tried to make his throw toward the infield and slipped. Take a look right here.
Yeah,
his front foot kind of give way and he tumbled.
He appears fine, but now Garvin Alston to the mound. Eric Gonzalez doing some running for Encarnacion. He's got a lot of speed. He represents the tying run, and Martin off the bench to hit for Brandon Geyer.
Last night, Martin new to the Indians, coming over from the Detroit Tigers on the 31st of July.
Jumped over here and immediately started hitting. Geyer had gone 0 for 3. Down and away. With the reverse splits, Terry Francona still opting for the left-handed batter. Brantley at third. And Gonzalez at first. See if Gonzalez tries to take off here.
Gonzalez with 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts. Of course, Hildenberger a little slow getting home.
Out in front of the changeup. Same pitch he struck out Ramirez with. The left-handed batter Alonso's on deck. Left-handers hitting just 192 against Hildenberger coming into the game, but Lindor homered, Brantley singled. Another great changeup, and it's 1-2.
Makes a good changeup. Look at the whip of the arm, and then the ball just floats in there with some movement.
Ahead 1-2. To center. Kay back, still back, makes the catch. Brantley will score. And it's a 3-2 ball game.
That ball went a little further than I thought with that swing of Martin, but he does drive in a run.
The changeup, he had to generate all that power on his own.
Martin picking up his 4th RBI as an Indian.
Gonzalez played it 2/3 of the way to second base. So he's still at first, and now Yonder Alonso in what is now a 1-run game. Twins have a pull shift on in the infield with Forsythe in short right field. A walk, a fly ball, and a line out to left for Alonso.
Keep an eye on Gonzalez. Throw over.
Check swing, but a strike. Last start, Garver threw out Whit Merrifield in the 9th inning. Led the Twins to a win. Hack foul, and it is 0-2.
Normally we see Hildenberger maybe go over the top maybe once in an outing, but he's done this 3 or 4 times already. That last pitch kind of straight over the top fastball.
Some swings and misses with that 78-mile-per-hour changeup. And I'm sure Alonso's been paying attention.
That's been a strikeout pitch.
0-2. Pitch out. Don't see that very often. And the Twins felt they had a freebie there on an 0-2 count. Several weeks ago, Paul, when I asked him about pitching out, he said in his now 3.5 years of managing, maybe 5 or 6 clear-cut pitch outs like the one we just saw. 1-2. Got him with another changeup. Well, the Indians get a couple, but the Twins still lead by a run as we go to the 9th. Garver finished off his second inning at bat with a 3-run home run.
And right now the Twins with that 1-run lead thanks to a 3-run home run by Mitch Garver, his 6th of the year.
Garver will lead off the 9th inning. Twins could use some insurance, especially since the Indians got a couple in the 8th. Neil Ramirez will be the new Cleveland pitcher, and he'll face Garver, Mauer, and Rosario.
Yeah, Ramirez in his first season with the Indians, making his 32nd relief appearance. He was once with the Twins. He came up with the Twins back in 2016 when he made 8 relief appearances, 14 2/3 innings.
And Martin stays in the game, takes over in right field for Brandon Geyer. Garver with the 3-run home run. The inning started with Forsythe being hit by a pitch, then Cave singled, and Garver clobbered his home run, and the Twins have really haven't had many scoring threats since then.
Ramirez with a good fastball, very good curveball. He'll mix in a slider and a changeup.
Outside, ball 1.
There's the curveball right there, just misses.
And a fastball on the outside corner. And lifted foul and out of play. Approaching midnight here in Cleveland. Getting started 2 hours and 10 minutes late because of an ongoing rain shower. Ramirez's biggest issue with the Twins was throwing it over the plate. 10 walks in 14 2/3 innings, and done a better job of that with the Indians.
Yeah, former #1 pick by the Texas Rangers back in 2007.
And up and in, Garver swings through it. Kind of hung one, but Garver missed it, 1 away. Cancer seems to impact everyone in Twins territory. You can join us August 14th to show your support for cancer awareness. Supporters purchasing tickets through this special theme night ticket package will receive a Twins cancer awareness hat. The color of the Twins logo on the front of the hat corresponds to the color associated with the most prevalent cancers seen throughout Twins territory. To learn more, join the Twins in their effort to strike out cancer. Visit twinsbaseball.com/cancer awareness. Mauer takes up and away. He's had an 0 for 4 night. Swung at the first pitch of the ball game and nearly hit it off the fence and left. Brantley made a nice catch. Since then, a strikeout and a couple of ground balls. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Just outside, 2-1. It'll be a lead of at least 1, and unless it really mushrooms into something much bigger than that, it'll be Fernando Rodney in the 9th inning, pitching to the bottom third of the Cleveland lineup. Fouled away. 2-2. Yeah, for Ramirez, this is his 11th year of professional baseball. He's been around for a while.
Well, you mentioned control has always been an issue. Coming into this year, he signed a minor league contract with the Indians, started down in AAA, got called up. 113 innings coming into this year, 62 walks, but 136 strikeouts. So it's either walk or a strikeout.
Inside 3-2. Spent some time with the Giants and the Mets last year, but most recently with the Mets, 21 innings, 17 walks. And Mauer would like to get aboard. Rosario's already had a 4-hit night. protecting the outside corner. Still 2-2. Or excuse me, 3-2. Full count to Mauer. And a liner to left, a base hit. Good at bat for Mauer, and he's aboard, and Rosario will come up with a man aboard looking for his 5th hit.
Yeah, Ramirez tried to get that curveball by him, but it stayed up a little bit, and Joe just smacked it into left field. For the Twins, their 11th hit.
Rosario with 4 hits, including 2 doubles.
Yeah, his first at bat, a base hit to left center, and then one right there that Geyer made a great play to get him at second. And then he said, you know what? I got to do a little bit better and make sure I get the second easier. And one more double in his last at bat.
Lifted to left, and Brantley again going back, and on the warning track makes another catch on the track. Mauer hustling to get back, and he will get back. Brantley's made 3 catches on the cinders out there. And Rosario going to the opposite field is out number 2. That'll bring up Polanco. Polanco with singles his first 2 times up. And then he lined out to left.
Yeah, Brantley made a nice running catch coming in.
And then in the 7th inning, he was called for interference as Rosario tried to steal third base. Strike 1. Cut by Polanco. It's 0-2. Twins have been retired 1-2-3 only once. That was in the 5th inning. They've had guys on base. They've had a couple runners at second base. They haven't had anybody at third since Garver's 3-run home run.
Yeah, again, 11 hits, a couple walks.
And right on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. And it'll be a 1-run lead for Fernando Rodney as we go to the bottom of the 9th. an eventful last 3 games for Mitch Garver. Had the big throw out of Merrifield in the 9th inning on Sunday. Pitched an inning last night. Hit a 3-run home run in his first at bat tonight. Now he'll hopefully catch Fernando Rodney's 25th save.
Yeah, Fernando Rodney coming in, making his 46th relief appearance and looking for save number 25. He has all the saves so far by that bullpen.
And it'll be Jan Gomes, Jason Kipnis, Rajay Davis who will face him, the 7, 8, and 9 batters. Gomes tonight hit by a pitch his last time up. Rogers hooked a breaking ball and hit him in the foot. So 0 for 2. And then Kipnis is 0 for 3 and Davis is 0 for 3. Melky Cabrera and Roberto Perez are the bench players available for Terry Francona after the maneuvering of the 8th inning. Fastball's high.
Not too many breaking balls from Rodney. Basically fastball, great changeup.
Didn't give up a run during the homestand. Picked up a win and a couple of saves. And right down the middle at 94. Sano knocks it down, picks it up, fires, not in time. That first hop looked like it ate up Sano, maybe hit him in the stomach. And Gomes is aboard with an infield hit.
Yeah, he was guarding the line. Little short hop right there. Sano just couldn't get his footing to make a good solid throw over there. Once he knocks it down, picked it up barehanded and then had to throw off balance a little bit. Even though he had something on it, Gomes hustling down that line.
So the tying run is on, and now Jason Kipnis. The 6th Cleveland hit. Squaring and taking strike 1. It's interesting. Gomes not the fleetest of foot. He gets down the line okay, but Kipnis at least bluffed a bunt on the first strike.
You get Gomes a second, you might see Melky Cabrera a little quicker of foot if the sacrifice is put on again.
Strike 2.
Kipnis swinging away.
Working the gum over. Oh, and 2 from Rodney. Got him. Reached back for 95 and singed the outside corner.
Kipnis, I think, thought that was low, but it's strike 3. A big strikeout, Fernando Rodney. Straight over the top fastball. Yeah, good pitch. 95.
One down. And Melky Cabrera will hit for Davis. Cabrera, of course, a switch hitter, hitting much better from the right side of the plate. 348 right-handed, just 23 at bats. And only 222 from this side.
And over 2 is a pinch hitter.
Ball 1. Barring a double play, Lindor will have a chance after Gomes' leadoff hit. 2-0. Changeup missed, and now it's 3-0. And Rodney looks in at Trip Gibson, wondering where that pitch was. (3-0) to the pinch hitter with Lindor on deck.
I don't think Cabrera's going to be swinging here. He'll be taking a pitch, and he does.
96.
Cabrera's hit into 5 double plays.
Right field. Kepler over a few steps. Out number 2, and it'll be left to Rodney versus Lindor.
That's a good job by Rodney right there, falling behind on Cabrera. 3-0, then throwing 2 strikes, and Cabrera hit that fly ball to right field for the second out.
Shouldn't have any weather issues tomorrow. Underneath all that hair is Mike Clevenger. He'll pitch for the Indians, and Jake Odorizzi for the Twins. That's our Century Link. What's next? Lindor homered in his last at bat against Trevor Hildenberger to get the Indians on the board. Outfield and no doubles defense. Mauer, of course, holding the runner at first. Swung on it, missed. Foul tip, 1 strike.
Well, that led off the bottom of the 8th inning off the Hildenberger uppercut swing of Lindor, his 28th home run of the year. That made it a 3-1 ball game. The Indians added 1 more later.
One strike to Lindor. Nice stop by Garver. That ball landed about 2 feet in front of the plate.
2 or 3 times tonight, Garver's done a good job of keeping that ball in front of him.
This was a tough one.
Look to see where that ball lands in front of the plate. Ricochets off the look like the hand or arm of Garver.
One and one. Big time block by Garver. Fouled away 1 and 2. So a couple of changeups. Rodney tried to pitch around the infield hit off the bat of Gomes.
Let's see if they go fastball away right here.
One and 2 to Lindor.
Garver sitting away.
Very high, and Garver can't control this one, and Gomes glides to second base. Be a wild pitch. Charge to Rodney. Garver had to not only come out of the crouch, he had to jump. A passed ball? That should not be a pass ball in my book. It is a pass ball to the official score. That's a tough catch for a catcher to make, I think. Tying run at second now, and the count is 2-2. Slapped foul, 95 miles per hour.
Tying run at second base.
And the outfield is shortened up because of that. 2-2 to Lindor. Got him looking. And Rodney gets the save, and the Twins even the series in a game apiece.
Yeah, there's that fastball. He went in and just froze Lindor. So 25th save for Fernando Rodney. Good ball game by the Twins. A big hit of the ball game. Mitch Garver's 3-run home run. So shoot the arrow, Fernando Rodney, on a good Twins win.
Anthony, the Twins had to wait a while, but as it turns out, it was worth the wait with the Twins pulling out a nail biter against the Indians.